Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for joining me today. I have a whip and chat today and a crime story, part 4, I believe. I think this is the 4th one. Or is this number 5? I will edit on the screen. Not that it matters to you, but it matters to me, so I know where I am in this. I have a crime story that I want to talk to you about. I just watched it on Netflix this morning, and wow, just wow. Before I get to that, I'm going to talk to you about diamond painting with friends, and I am hosting Luscious Landscapes for the month of September. So if you have not joined Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0 on Facebook, I'll link the Facebook group down below, and you can go join, and you can post your pictures of landscapes, and you will be entered. There's no prizes or anything. We're just here to have fun. I'm working on 2 diamond paintings this month, and I don't know if I'll finish them both. I'm not sure. Don't think so, because to be honest, I haven't worked on the diamond paintings much at all lately, but this one I started. This one here is the backyard of someone's house, and I just got a bit of this corner done. They're both square, I believe. So the square drills are working really well. I wouldn't mind keep working on this, but I think I'm going to work on this one. This one was a 50 by 40. They're both 50 by 40s. The one I'm going to be working on today has 23 colors, and it is also square. And so I'm going to do what I did with the other one and work at the bottom right hand corner is where I always start. So I'm gonna get, why do I keep getting beads here? Do I have any? Let me just put some wax in my pen. So I saw this Netflix special in my feed on Netflix, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to watch, but I ended up watching it this morning. I don't know when it came out, but I think I have enough in there for a bit. I'm gonna put a as I did with all the other crime stories that I did. I'm gonna put them in my playlist, and you can go watch the other ones if you haven't done so already. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider subscribing to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up when you're finished watching, and if you haven't watched this video yet, please stop the video, go watch. Please do not watch this video before you watch the documentary unless you have absolutely no interest in watching it. So if you don't mind, because I'm going to be doing a lot of spoilers, and so if you haven't watched it and you want to, there'll be spoilers. So you may want to go watch it first and then come back to the video and give me your feedback in the comments. I would really love it. I love a great crime story, and no one ended up dead in this crime story, but a lot of people got hurt. So not physically, but emotionally and financially. So let's get started. I'm going to pick a color and we can go along. Looks like C is pretty dominant in this area, so I'm going to do what I did with the last diamond painting that I did. I worked color by color because the way it's charted, it looks like I can work on it that way. And I can just do a whole bunch of sections at one time, and that's how I can finish it. I'm liking that so far, so I'm going to do it that way. I'm going to pull it back. And I'm going to grab a color. So I think I'll do the color C. Hope you can see me. Yep. So the color C is number 10, which is 939. is. $9.39. If you are new to diamond painting, is a navy blue. So yeah, they're all square. So I'm going to get my color and I'm going to start diamond painting for you. I don't have a cover minder readily available, so I'll just use my magnifying glass to hold back the paper, plastic paper. Okay, so we can get started. So the documentary that I want to talk to you about that I saw this morning was called Unknown Number, a high school catfish story, I believe. I just watched it and I don't remember. I know it's called Unknown Number, and it's about a young couple in high school, Lauren and Owen. They met each other when they were in grade 7 and 8. They were like 12 years old, and they really liked each other. Their families started hanging out together and all that, and then they started receiving text messages from an unknown number. And the text messages were kind of explicit, saying horrible things to Lauren. She was only like 13, 14 years old when this started happening. And they were in high school, junior high school. And they were from Michigan. And it's a very small town in Michigan. Everybody seemed to know everybody. And there was one, and apparently in the documentary it states that everybody, like I said, everybody knew everybody. They hung out. There was really no animosity, or so people thought, in the town. And Lauren's mom, her name was Kendra. Her father's name was Sean. And Laura's mom was very involved in her daughter's school. She coached sports teams. They were very close. And she coached her sports team, basketball, volleyball. And she was close to her daughter. But come to find throughout the documentary how close she really was. She was uncomfortably close. And it soon became obvious that she was obsessed with her daughter's boyfriend, Owen. And she started sending him text messages. And the messages she was sending her daughter were that her daughter was not pretty. She was very thin. She was too thin, and Owen didn't like that. She told her daughter that her boyfriend wanted her to perform sexual favors, and she should do it if she wanted to keep him. All that kind of stuff is very toxic, disgusting behavior on the part of the mother, but we don't find out that she's the one who did this until later. Several people are brought into the picture. Owen's parents. There was a girl at school, Chloe, who I thought may have been a suspect because she had been involved in some bullying behavior previously, and everyone kind of pointed a finger at her as well, and she adamantly denied any involvement in this, and turns out that she was innocent, but her life got ruined because there were a lot of people in the school that pointed fingers because she had a history with bullying students, but she was found out later to have been innocent, but her life still got ruined. She was the target of bullying herself, I guess. But anyway, so They didn't know who was bullying. The girl's name was Lauren. They didn't know who was bullying her. They brought so many people in who could be possible suspects, but no one knew anything. And the boyfriend didn't know anything. He was asking a whole bunch of his friends. He had some female friends himself. Um, and he was asking them, and they denied it. And it all came out that it was Lauren's mother. She completely, well, not completely, she kind of indirectly admitted her involvement. She at first said that she didn't start sending the messages, someone else did, but it was found out that she did send all of the messages to her daughter. She even told her daughter to finish herself. I'll use that terminology. You know what that means. So what mother would tell her daughter to do that? Must have been very narcissistic, sick person. I was so angry. The things that were in the texts that were revealed, some of the texts were revealed in the documentary, and it was disgusting thinking that they would come from the mother of this child who's being bullied, and the child had no idea. I still believe that the child had no idea. I think she was rather very naive in the way she acted in the film. I don't know if that was because of just nerves. But it was just horrifying to learn finally that it was her mother that was sending these texts to her. And she was saying all these gruesome things about the boyfriend and what, she was saying, if you don't do these things to your boyfriend, I will. He wants me. He doesn't want you. And you should finish yourself because he wants me, and he doesn't want you because you won't do these things for him. And you can read between the lines of what I'm talking about. I don't think I can say that on YouTube. But, yeah, it's crazy. And she was very manipulative, and she was able to hide somehow from her husband that she had got let go from 2 jobs. Apparently she was tech savvy, and she told everyone that she had a job, but she wasn't working for a year. And I guess that's how she got all the time to send all those texts, because Lauren received multiple texts a day, like 50 to 60, she was saying. And also her boyfriend was receiving texts. And then they thought about breaking up so that maybe they could deter whoever was doing this from texting her. That didn't help. The person became more obsessed. Her mom became more obsessed. And so many people were hurt by what happened with this woman. She wasn't paying the family's bills, and they were threatened eviction because she wasn't paying the bills. Her mind was wrapped up in destroying her daughter's life, her social life, her mental health. It was crazy. And then at the end of the film, I don't know why the producers gave her a floor to speak her mind. I don't care what she had to say. I wasn't interested in what she had to say. She had claimed that she was sexually assaulted as a child. Doesn't give a person permission to do that, what she did to her own child. She was claiming that she wanted to protect her from what happened to her. It's not how you protect your child. She was a sick woman, and she was finally caught. The police got a search warrant. They got the FBI involved because they couldn't their hands were tied. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know. They had questioned so many people at the school, parents, nobody knew. There were no leads. So finally they got the FBI involved, and the FBI agent got a hold of the phone, like the phones. Once they got a hold of the phones and they got records from the phones, and they were able to pinpoint IP address to where the phones were coming from, and they found out the messages were coming from the mother's phone, Kendra's phone. And they got their search warrants. They went to the home of the family and they questioned Kendra, and she didn't deny it, but she didn't exactly admit it either. And the husband was called, the father was called. He was enraged when he found out that his wife hadn't been working for a year. How do you hide that from your spouse? How do you not know that your wife has not been working for a year? Because she took care of all the finances, so I don't know how she explained that there was no paycheck coming in from her, but I don't know. She was the one who handled the finances, so I guess that stuff got hidden from the father. And so they cornered her, and like I said, she kind of admitted, but not really. She didn't deny it, and they had to, she had to be separated from her daughter. She spent a year and a half in prison, which in my opinion is not long enough, but that was the law in their state for what she had done. She was charged with cyberbullying and some other things. The stuff that she was doing was incomprehensible. How can you say those things to your daughter? Not just the sexual innuendos, but the fact that you tell your daughter to end her life, that she's not worthwhile, she was not attractive, and her story at the end made me sick because she was trying to defend her actions by things that have happened to her in the past, the mother, and that's no excuse. Things happen to everyone, and she was trying to compare, if you're drunk driving, you can't get in trouble if you don't get caught. So she got caught and she got in trouble. Oh, what a story, guys. What a horrible story. And if you guys haven't seen it, you should go watch Unknown High School Catfish. It's now on Netflix and just might trigger some people. So I'm warning you, this might trigger you. If you have any issues with a parent or, bullying at school, things like that, cyberbullying. Bullying is just not cyber, it's in person. And it just doesn't happen when you're a kid. Sadly, it happens when you're an adult as well, at work. And people don't know the magnitude of what they do or what they say can hurt another person. So, like I said, the mother went to prison for a year and a half. She has to stay away from her daughter at least until February 2026. And I hope the daughter, and that will be when the daughter will be 18 years old. And I hope by that time, I mean, the daughter claims she still wants a relationship with her mother, but I think that she's still clouded by her mother's control all those years. I'm sure her mother manipulated her, groomed her to the point where she couldn't accuse her. And like true fashion that I do, every time I watch a documentary on Netflix, I go to TikTok and I read about what everyone is saying about the documentary. And people have so many different perspectives, and it's fun to see what people are talking about, what they're saying about everything, you know. But there's one common denominator. Not many people like the mother. Very few people are defending the mother. No, I don't believe her BS. I don't care that she was assaulted. That what she did to her daughter was pure evil, and she should have been put away a lot longer than she was. I don't know how she was treated in prison. I don't know which prison she went to. But I hope one day she gets a taste of her own medicine. That's what I like to call karma, you know. I used to believe in the death penalty. She didn't kill her daughter, but she killed her mental health. But I do believe in karma. What goes around comes around. If you do something to one human being, I hope karma pays a visit, because people don't deserve to be treated that way. A child doesn't deserve this behavior from their mother. The mother is the last person that should be cyberbullying her child over an obsession with her boyfriend. She had an obsession with her boyfriend, with the child's boyfriend, and she took to the internet to bully her daughter into ending her life so that she could have a relationship with the boyfriend. And ultimately, it blew up in her face. And on top of all that, I just wanted to mention, which really disturbed me. I mean, a person can't control what kind of a voice they have, but her voice really disturbed me. She seemed to have the mentality of a child, the way she spoke. But maybe because of the narcissist she was, that's what they do. They invent a persona. They want to have, uh, they want attention, and they want all the, it was said in the documentary that she liked attention, and that's what they want. And if they don't get it, God knows what they'll do. They hurt people they love, or they hurt their friends, or acquaintances, people at work. Let's see, where are we at? Oh, we're at 23 minutes. So that, I've done enough here. Yeah, like I said, there were a lot of people that were hurt by what happened, you know. Lives were ruined because accusations were thrown around the school. Some kids were questioned, and it turns out, in the end, it was the mother. But those kids that were questioned, whose lives were turned upside down because of what happened, it'll never be the same for them, and I don't think they'll ever forget it, even though, you know, did I mention she did go to prison for a year and a half? She got out of prison in August of 2024, and she's not allowed to see her daughter, but she can talk to her, which is another mystery to me, because she is a manipulative person, and you don't need to see the daughter to manipulate her. You can manipulate her on the phone. And I hope with therapy, her daughter is able to distinguish how her mother is towards her. And I hope the daughter has had therapy. So I'm going to put a picture at the beginning of the documentary series, so you can go find it. And like I said, if you don't care to watch it, you can listen. But if you really want to see it, I would go see it before you watch this video, and then come back and tell me your thoughts in the comments below. I want to know what you guys think. Did the mother serve enough time for what she did? Do you think her daughter will ever open her eyes and see what her mother has done to her? I don't think the mother deserves a relationship with her daughter after what she put her and other people through. Like, the daughter was also surprised when the police came in, but I think she was in total shock and she couldn't react at the time. And people on TikTok are saying, we're suspicious that, maybe she knew that her mother was doing this the whole time. I don't know. I'm not sure. My thought is that I think her reaction was one of shock. Anyone would be shocked if someone did something like that. And you're just trying to make sense of it. And the first reaction is shock, usually. And then you have to sift through the information and try to make sense of it yourself, which in that situation is very difficult. I always seem to jump all over the place with these things, but I hope you don't mind. I hope you enjoyed the small weapon chat that I did with you. And I hope you go and watch it and let me know what your thoughts are down below. Again, it's on Netflix. It's called Unknown Caller, a high school catfish story or something to that effect. Go watch it on Netflix. If you don't care, you just heard my version of it, what do you think? You should go watch it. If you watch it before or after my video, that's great. I just want to know your opinion. So give this video a thumbs up. Tell me what you think down below. Check me next time for another crime story. And don't forget to join the Diamond Painting with Friends Facebook group, Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0. I will link it down below. I am the host for Luscious Landscapes, so join in. You don't have I have some trivia going on in the group. I've started a post of starting canvases, so you can go and post your starting canvas. I have the week 1 update, and you can go and post all you like and have fun with it. Have fun with your luscious landscapes. I'm loving all the ones I'm seeing. They're beautiful. A lot of the Chuck Pinsons are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. Keep them coming. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.